Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
That happens to be my son playing up there.
Yep, you got a problem.
Patty Maloney, Little House on the Prairie actress, dies at 89. The actress died on Monday, March 31st, according to her brother Dave Mirabo. Patty Maloney was a beloved American actress born in 1936, whose unique talent and indomitable spirit left a lasting mark on television and film. Best known for her role in Little House on the Prairie, Maloney charmed audiences with her presence across a wide range of family-friendly programming. Standing under 4 feet tall, she broke barriers in an industry not always welcoming to actors with dwarfism, proving that heart, talent, and determination matter most. Maloney's versatility was showcased in numerous roles, from portraying Chewbacca's son Lumpy in the Star Wars Holiday Special to the wordless yet expressive character Honk on the children's series Far Out Space Nuts. Her skill in mime and dance allowed her to convey deep emotion, even when her face was completely hidden behind costumes and makeup. Her career also included appearances on Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, Married, with Children, and My Name is Earl, as well as films such as Ernest Saves Christmas, Swing Shift, and The Ice Pirates. Before entering Hollywood, she worked with traveling circuses and later became a puppeteer for the Kroft brothers. Tragically, Patty Maloney passed away on March 31st, 2025, at the age of 89 in hospice care in Winter Park, Florida. Her death followed years of health complications, including several strokes and vision loss due to macular degeneration. Patty's vibrant career and joyful spirit inspired generations. She leaves behind a legacy of resilience, laughter, and groundbreaking performances that opened doors for others. Her memory lives on through her remarkable body of work and the countless lives she touched.
From the moment he saw her, he knew.
And who are you?
I'm Maggie.
He would love her forever.
Richard Chamberlain, the iconic American actor whose career spanned over 6 decades, passed away on March 29, 2025, at the age of 90 due to complications following a stroke. Best remembered for his portrayal of Father Ralph in the beloved miniseries The Thorn Birds, Chamberlain captivated audiences with his magnetic screen presence and emotional depth. Born George Richard Chamberlain on March 31, 1934, in Los Angeles, California, he rose to fame in the 1960s as the dashing Dr. Kildare in the medical drama of the same name. With his classic Hollywood looks and heartfelt performances, he quickly became a household name and heartthrob, paving the way for a remarkable television career. Throughout the 1980s, Chamberlain earned the title of King of the Miniseries for his standout roles in ratings juggernauts like Shogun, The Thorn Birds, and The Bourne Identity. His work in these productions earned him several Golden Globe Awards and Emmy nominations, cementing his legacy as one of television's greatest dramatic actors. Though he experienced enormous success on screen, Chamberlain privately battled with his identity, concealing his sexuality for decades. In his 2003 memoir, Shattered Love, he bravely came out as gay, sharing his lifelong struggle for self-acceptance. His courage and honesty inspired many, particularly in an industry historically resistant to LGBTQ+ representation. In his later years, Chamberlain continued to act on stage and screen, appearing in Broadway revivals and television guest roles. He spent much of his life in Hawaii, finding peace and fulfillment alongside his longtime partner, actor-writer Martin Rabbit. Their relationship, both personal and professional, spanned decades and was marked by mutual support and enduring friendship. Beyond acting, Chamberlain was an environmental advocate, using his platform to champion the protection of natural resources such as the Tuolumne River. He also explored painting and writing, leaving behind a multifaceted artistic legacy. Chamberlain's death marked the end of an era, but his performances, particularly as the conflicted Father Ralph, continue to resonate. He was more than a matinee idol. He was an artist who brought complexity and humanity to his roles, forever etched in the hearts of audiences worldwide. His life reminds us that true strength lies in embracing one's truth and using one's voice for authenticity and compassion.
Rays. Did you ever hear of anything so insufferably male?
Then what did he say?
Sian Barbara Allen, a gifted and empathetic actress, was best known for her nuanced portrayals of emotionally complex characters in film and television throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Her breakout role came in the 1972 psychological thriller You'll Like My Mother, where she portrayed a mentally challenged young woman, a performance that earned her a Golden Globe nomination for Most Promising New Actress. She later starred alongside Gregory Peck in Billy Two Hats and appeared in several acclaimed TV movies, including Scream, Pretty Peggy, and the Lindbergh kidnapping case, sharing the screen with legends like Bette Davis and Anthony Hopkins. Born on July 12, 1946, in Reading, Pennsylvania, Allen was raised by her mother and grandmother. She studied acting at the Pasadena Playhouse and trained under Peggy Fury at the Mark Taper Forum, setting the foundation for a versatile career in both television and film. She became a familiar face on American TV, guest starring in The Waltons, Columbo, Kojak, The Incredible Hulk, and Cagney and Lacey. Her brief but memorable portrayal of Jenny Pendleton, the love interest of John Boy Walton, endeared her to millions of viewers. In her later years, Allen stepped away from acting to focus on activism and poetry, supporting political causes such as the United Farm Workers movement. Tragically, Sian Barbara Allen passed away on March 31, 2025 in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, at the age of 78, after a battle with Alzheimer's disease. Her legacy as a compassionate performer and thoughtful artist lives on through her work and the heartfelt tributes of fans and family alike.
And at this day, I had just found the good Lord, and I must have been about 28 years old.
George Foreman was a legendary American heavyweight boxer, born on January 10, 1949, in Marshall, Texas. Rising from a troubled childhood in Houston's Fifth Ward, Foreman found purpose in boxing through the Job Corps program, eventually capturing the gold medal at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics. He became one of the most feared punchers in boxing history, winning the heavyweight world title twice, first by defeating Joe Frazier in 1973, and then, astonishingly, regaining it in 1994 at the age of 45, making him the oldest heavyweight champion in history. Foreman's fierce rivalry with Muhammad Ali culminated in the iconic Rumble in the Jungle in 1974, a fight that remains etched in boxing lore. Beyond the ring, Foreman transformed his image into that of a beloved public figure. He became an ordained minister, a motivational speaker, and a hugely successful entrepreneur with the George Foreman Grill, which sold over 100 million units worldwide. A devoted father of 12 children, he famously named all 5 of his sons George, emphasizing unity and legacy. George Foreman passed away peacefully on March 21, 2025, at the age of 76, surrounded by family. While the cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, his passing marks the end of an extraordinary life defined by perseverance, faith, and reinvention. From Olympic glory to business triumph, Foreman leaves behind a legacy that transcends sport, inspiring generations with his strength, humility, and unshakable spirit.
flying was cool, and then we take off in this schlock airlines, and as soon as that fasten your seatbelt light came on, the baby...
Richard Lewis was a gifted American comedian and actor, born on June 29, 1947, in Brooklyn, New York. He rose to prominence in the 1980s with his signature brand of self-deprecating, neurotic humor, often drawing from his personal struggles with anxiety, depression, and addiction. Lewis became a staple on late-night television, making frequent appearances on The Tonight Show and Late Show with David Letterman, and was celebrated for his raw honesty and razor-sharp wit. In addition to his stand-up success, Lewis starred in the hit sitcom Anything But Love alongside Jamie Lee Curtis and appeared in notable films like Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and Leaving Las Vegas. However, he is perhaps best remembered for playing a fictionalized version of himself in HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm for over 2 decades, where his chemistry with longtime friend Larry David brought critical acclaim and fan adoration. Lewis openly spoke about his journey to sobriety, remaining clean for nearly 27 years and using his story to inspire others. In April 2023, he announced his Parkinson's diagnosis and retirement from stand-up. Tragically, Richard Lewis passed away on February 27, 2024, at the age of 76, following a heart attack at his Los Angeles home. His death marked the loss of a comedic voice unlike any other, leaving behind a legacy of fearless vulnerability, brilliant humor, and deep humanity.
Host the Saturday Night Live show, that means you're doing pretty well.
Dabney Coleman was a beloved American actor born on January 3, 1932, in Austin, Texas. Known for his impeccable comedic timing and unforgettable portrayals of charmingly despicable characters, Coleman built a career that spanned over 6 decades in film and television. He rose to fame with iconic roles in 9 to 5, where he played the tyrannical boss Franklin Hart Jr., and in Tootsie as a sexist TV director. His ability to bring humor and nuance to often abrasive roles earned him both critical acclaim and audience affection. Coleman became a household name through television as well, with standout performances in Mary Hartman, Buffalo Bill, and Boardwalk Empire. He won a Primetime Emmy Award in 1987 and received multiple nominations throughout his career. His voice and presence also charmed younger audiences as Principal Prickly in the animated series Recess. Beyond the screen, Coleman was celebrated for his intelligence, wit, and generosity. His daughter, Quincy Coleman, remembered him as a teacher, a hero, and a king, whose spirit and humor touched many lives. Tragically, Coleman passed away on May 16, 2024, at the age of 92. According to his death certificate, he died from cardiopulmonary arrest, with underlying conditions including dysphagia and chronic congestive heart failure. His passing marked the end of a remarkable era in American entertainment. Dabney Coleman's legacy lives on through his memorable performances, his profound impact on comedic acting, and the countless hearts he made laugh across generations.
All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last.
Ellen DeGeneres, a journey through triumph, controversy, and resilience. Where is Ellen now? Ellen DeGeneres, the beloved comedian and former talk show host, is no stranger to the highs and lows of fame. For nearly 2 decades, she brought laughter and light through her iconic daytime talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Yet behind the scenes, her journey has been marked by groundbreaking achievements, personal challenges, public scrutiny, and ultimately, a search for peace and healing. Today, we look back on Ellen's extraordinary life, examine her controversial exit from television, and explore where she is now. Born on January 26, 1958, in Metairie, Louisiana, Ellen's rise in the entertainment industry began in the 1980s. Her sharp wit and relatable humor quickly earned her a place in the spotlight, culminating in a historic moment in 1986 when she appeared on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Carson, impressed by her performance, invited her for an on-air conversation, making Ellen the first female comedian to receive that honor. That moment catapulted her into national recognition. Her fame further solidified with the success of her sitcom Ellen, 1994 to 1998. In a pivotal episode in 1997, both Ellen the character and Ellen the actress came out as gay, making history for LGBTQ+ representation on mainstream television. Though the move was met with backlash and led to the show's cancellation, it also established her as a bold advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. In 2003, Ellen made a remarkable comeback with The Ellen DeGeneres Show. For 19 seasons, she entertained audiences with celebrity interviews, viral pranks, and her signature dancing. The show earned 64 Daytime Emmy Awards and cemented her place in television history. Her motto, "Be kind to one another," became synonymous with her brand. However, in 2020, that brand took a significant hit. A BuzzFeed News investigation revealed a toxic work environment behind the scenes of Ellen's show. Former employees alleged racism, intimidation, and mistreatment. While Ellen denied direct involvement, she acknowledged in a public apology that things happened that should never have happened and pledged to make changes. An internal investigation, resulting in the dismissal of several top producers. But the damage was done. Ellen's image as the Queen of Nice was shaken, and public perception shifted dramatically. Amid declining ratings and growing criticism, Ellen announced in 2021 that her show would end the following year, stating that the show was no longer a creative challenge. The final episode aired in May 2022, with Jennifer Aniston, her first ever guest, returning to close the chapter. It was an emotional farewell, marking the end of an era not only for Ellen, but for daytime television. After stepping away from the spotlight, Ellen embarked on a journey of reflection and self-discovery. She retreated from public life, taking time to heal and reconnect with what mattered most: her wife, Portia de Rossi, and their shared passions. In a Q&A session following a 2024 stand-up performance, Ellen opened up about the emotional toll of the controversy. "It was devastating," she confessed. "I didn't leave the house for a while. The accusations hit me hard, and it took a long time to feel like myself again." Despite the pain, Ellen returned to her comedy roots with the 2024 Netflix special Ellen DeGeneres, For Your Approval. Blending vulnerability with her signature wit, she addressed the scandal head-on. "I got kicked out of show business for being mean," she joked. "This is my second strike. First, I was kicked out for being gay, now for being mean. Eventually, they'll kick me out for being old. Mean, old, and gay. The triple crown." The special marked a turning point. While some critics remained skeptical, many applauded her honesty and resilience. Ellen followed it with Ellen's Last Stand, up tour, giving fans one final chance to see her live. "It was a tsunami of emotions," she admitted during one of the shows. "For someone who thrives on making people happy, it was tough to hear that I had hurt so many." Throughout this period, Portia de Rossi remained Ellen's steadfast supporter. The couple, who married in 2008, faced the storm together. "Portia never left my side," Ellen said. "She reminded me of who I am and the good I've done." But the changes in Ellen's life went beyond her professional career. In late 2024, she and Portia made a major personal decision. They left the United States and relocated to the English countryside. Reports indicated that Ellen had been house hunting in England as early as October 2024. According to sources, she fell in love with a home shortly thereafter and finalized the purchase. As they settled into their new life overseas, Ellen and Portia began scaling back their American real estate holdings. In August 2024, they sold one of their Montecito homes, followed by another sale in early 2025. Their latest property, listed at $4.9 million, sold for $5.2 million, well above asking. It marked the end of their time in California, a place that had been synonymous with Ellen's Hollywood career. While the couple has remained relatively quiet about the move, the message is clear. Ellen is choosing peace, privacy, and a slower pace of life. Their new home in the English countryside is reportedly surrounded by nature, offering the tranquility that Ellen sought after years in the public eye. Although Ellen has retired from the talk show circuit and stand-up stage, her influence remains significant. She helped normalize LGBTQ+ visibility in mainstream media, brought levity to millions, and inspired countless viewers with her philanthropy. From generous donations to heartfelt surprises for those in need, Ellen's impact goes beyond entertainment. She also championed causes close to her heart, including animal welfare, disaster relief, and LGBTQ+ rights. Her advocacy work has left an enduring legacy, even as she steps away from public life. What's next for Ellen? According to those close to her, she has no plans to return to television or launch new projects. Instead, she's focusing on a quieter life filled with art, nature, and close-knit relationships. "This is the last time you'll see me on stage," she told fans during her final tour. "I'm happy, I'm content, and I'm grateful for everything." Ellen DeGeneres' story is one of evolution, from groundbreaking success to public reckoning, and now personal reinvention. It serves as a reminder that even those who seem to have it all can face deep challenges. But through vulnerability, humor, and the support of loved ones, healing is possible. As Ellen embraces this new chapter, she leaves behind a complex but impactful legacy, one filled with laughter, controversy, resilience, and love. So, what are your thoughts on Ellen's incredible journey? Has her story touched or inspired you in any way? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below as we reflect on the lasting legacy of one of television's most influential figures.
Here's what you need to know about 50, and this sums it up. The man dislikes...
Irv Gotti was a groundbreaking American music producer born as Irving Domingo Lorenzo Jr. in 1971 in Queens, New York. Emerging in the late 1990s, Gotti played a pivotal role in shaping the sound of hip-hop and R&B at the turn of the century. As co-founder of Murder Inc. Records, he helped launch the careers of artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, and Lloyd, producing chart-topping hits such as Foolish, Always on Time, I'm Real, and Ain't It Funny. His signature blend of gritty hip-hop beats and smooth R&B melodies brought urban music to the mainstream and earned him a Grammy Award for Ashanti's debut album in 2002. Gotti's early career included key production work for Jay-Z, notably on the rapper's debut album Reasonable Doubt, and he was instrumental in signing DMX to Def Jam, helping to restore the label's legacy in the late 90s. Over the years, he collaborated with icons such as Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez, and Toni Braxton, amassing more than 24 Billboard hits. Despite his professional success, Gotti faced personal struggles. He battled diabetes for years and suffered a mild stroke in 2023. On February 5, 2025, he passed away at the age of 54. Though the official cause of death has not been publicly confirmed, health complications are suspected. His untimely death left the music industry mourning the loss of a visionary. Irv Gotti's fearless creativity and influence continue to echo through the voices and sounds he helped bring to life, cementing his place as one of hip-hop's most influential producers.
So what, bitch? Pass around, that's good. Careful! She's dead, you know, fuck!
Wings Hauser was a powerful and versatile American actor, Born on December 12, 1947, in Hollywood, California. The son of screenwriter Dwight Hauser, Wings grew up surrounded by storytelling and the entertainment industry, which would ultimately shape his life's work. Hauser began his acting career in the late 1960s and rose to prominence with his chilling performance as the violent pimp Ramrod in Vice Squad, 1982, a role that showcased his intensity and fearlessness on screen. Over his 5-decade career, Hauser became known for portraying tough, often troubled characters in both film and television. He earned a Spirit Award nomination for Tough Guys Don't Dance and appeared in notable projects like The Young and the Restless, A Soldier's Story, The Insider, and Rubber. His television work included memorable roles in Roseanne, China Beach, Beverly Hills, 90210, and Criminal Minds, cementing his reputation as a compelling and deeply committed actor. Behind the screen, Hauser battled chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and after a long struggle, he passed away peacefully at his home in Santa Monica on March 15, 2025, at the age of 77. His daughter confirmed that he had been on oxygen in his final months. Wings Hauser is survived by his wife Callie Lily Hauser, his daughter Bright, and his son Cole Hauser, known for his role as Rip Wheeler on Yellowstone. His passing marks the end of a remarkable life lived with grit, passion, and authenticity. He leaves behind a legacy of bold, unforgettable performances that continue to resonate with audiences and artists alike.
People seem to forget that last year, Wichita State was 34-0 going into the tournament, but because they're not.
John Feinstein, a celebrated sports journalist and best-selling author, was widely recognized for his fearless storytelling and deep love for college basketball. Born in 1956, Feinstein began his journalism career at the Washington Post in 1977 and quickly became a prominent voice in American sports writing. His groundbreaking book, A Season on the Brink, chronicling the tumultuous 1985-86 season of Indiana University's basketball team under Coach Bob Knight, spent 17 weeks at the top of the New York Times bestseller list and redefined the landscape of sports literature. Over the course of his prolific career, Feinstein authored 48 books, 23 of which became bestsellers. His work covered a wide range of sports, including golf, tennis, football, and the Olympics, and included acclaimed titles like A Good Walk Spoiled and A Civil War. He also wrote sports-themed mystery novels for younger readers, demonstrating his remarkable versatility and passion for storytelling. Feinstein was honored with the Kurt Godey Media Award from the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2013, cementing his status as one of the most respected voices in sports journalism. Known for his uncompromising honesty and ability to form deep relationships with athletes and coaches, Feinstein was admired, and sometimes challenged, for his strong opinions. Tragically, John Feinstein passed away on March 13, 2025, at the age of 69, from natural causes while visiting his brother's home in McLean, Virginia. His enduring legacy lives on in the pages of his books and the countless stories he brought to life, leaving an indelible mark on the world of sports and journalism.
Marines, working dads, truck drivers, guys just wanting to blow off some steam, maybe make a few bucks. It's no big deal.
It is what.
Peter Navy Tuiasosopo was a beloved American actor born in San Pedro, California, in 1963. Originally a football player, he later transitioned to acting, where he became known for his powerful presence and warm-hearted charisma. Tuiasosopo rose to fame in the early 1990s with his standout performance as Manumana in the football comedy Necessary Roughness. He cemented his pop culture status by portraying E. Honda in the 1994 cult classic Street Fighter, based on the iconic video game. Throughout his career, Tuiasosopo appeared in a wide range of film and television roles, showcasing his versatility and passion for his craft. His credits include 12 Rounds opposite John Cena, The Fast and the Furious, Austin Powers in Goldmember, and The Scorpion King. On television, he made memorable appearances in hit series like Magnum P.I., New Girl, NCIS, Blackish, and The Young and the Restless. He also starred in the short-lived police drama Hawaii, playing Kaleo in 8 episodes. Tragically, Peter Navy Tuiasosopo passed away on February 10, 2025, at the age of 61 in Phoenix, Arizona, due to complications from heart-related issues. His son, Manoa, confirmed his passing and remembered him as a pioneer for Polynesian actors in Hollywood and a man of strength, compassion, and kindness. His untimely death has left a void in the hearts of fans and loved ones alike, but his legacy endures through the roles that brought laughter, strength, and heart to screens both big and small.
Good Soldier Schweik.
Oh, no.
We're going to take it to the Paris Festival. And so Glenn was asked, did he...
Brian Murphy was a beloved English actor and comedian born in 1932 on the Isle of Wight. He rose to fame in the 1970s as George Roper in the hugely popular British sitcoms Man About the House and its spin-off George and Mildred. His portrayal of the bumbling, henpecked husband became an iconic figure in British comedy, earning him a special place in the hearts of viewers across generations. Murphy's early career began on stage as a member of the influential theater workshop led by Joan Littlewood. He performed in numerous Shakespearean plays and appeared in the film Sparrows Can't Sing. His television career extended beyond sitcoms to roles in modern dramas and comedies, including Holby City, The Catherine Tate Show, Benidorm, and Last of the Summer Wine, showcasing his enduring versatility. Murphy was also known for his warmth and kindness off-screen. His agent, Thomas Bowington, described him as a truly cheerful and kind-hearted man, while his wife, actress Linda Regan, called him her soulmate in a heartfelt tribute. Tragically, Brian Murphy passed away of natural causes on February 4, 2025, at the age of 92, at his home in Kent with his wife by his side. His passing marked the end of a remarkable career that spanned over 6 decades. Though he is no longer with us, Brian Murphy leaves behind a legacy of laughter, humanity, and unforgettable performances that will continue to be cherished by audiences for years to come.
In case I can't make it. And hurry, boy.
You make it, Pa, you hear me?
Claude Jarman Jr. was a gifted American actor born on September 27, 1934, in Nashville, Tennessee. He captured the hearts of audiences worldwide with his poignant portrayal of Jodie Baxter in the 1946 MGM classic The Yearling, a role that earned him the prestigious Academy Juvenile Award at just 12 years old. Handpicked by director Clarence Brown from a 5th-grade classroom, Jarman's natural talent and emotional depth quickly made him a standout in Hollywood's golden era. Throughout the late 1940s and early 1950s, Jarman appeared in 11 films, including Intruder in the Dust, Rio Grande, alongside John Wayne, and The Great Locomotive Chase. He shared studio classrooms with stars like Elizabeth Taylor and Jane Powell, becoming a beloved young presence on and off screen. After leaving the film industry, Jarman pursued higher education at Vanderbilt University, served as a naval officer, and later established a successful career in public relations and film festival administration. For 15 years, he served as executive director of the San Francisco International Film Festival, using his early fame to support cinematic arts throughout his life. Tragically, Claude Jarman Jr. passed away in his sleep on January 12, 2025, at the age of 90, due to complications from a neurological condition. He died at his home in Kentfield, California, surrounded by love. His gentle nature, humility, and lifelong dedication to storytelling leave behind an enduring legacy in both Hollywood and the hearts of those who knew him.
Each time I cry, these tears can't hide. Love you.
Stedman Pearson was a beloved British pop singer born in Romford, Essex in 1964. As the eldest of 5 siblings, he rose to fame in the 1980s as a core member of the family group 5 Star, which was formed by their father, Buster Pearson, and often dubbed the UK's answer to the Jackson 5. Known for their shimmering, matching outfits and high-energy, synchronized dance routines, 5 Star dominated the UK pop scene with hits like System Addict, Rain or Shine, and Can't Wait Another Minute. In 1987, they earned the prestigious Brit Award for Best British Group, cementing their legacy in British pop music history. Beyond the stage, Stedman was admired for his sharp choreography, vibrant stage presence, and gentle spirit. He later appeared on reality shows such as The All-Star Talent Show and continued to work in entertainment as a dance teacher while also running a limousine business. Tragically, Stedman Pearson passed away on March 10, 2025, at the age of 60 due to complications related to diabetes, for which he had been receiving dialysis treatment. His family remembered him as a true gentleman, kind-hearted, humble, and full of love. Stedman's passing marks the end of an era for fans who grew up dancing to 5 Star. His legacy lives on not only through the music he helped create, but also in the hearts of those who admired his grace, talent, and humanity. He will be deeply missed, but never forgotten.
Broke away from the sun.
Lenny Schultz was a wildly inventive American comedian born on December 13, 1933, in the Bronx, New York. Known for his zany antics and unpredictable stage presence, Schultz rose to prominence in the 1970s and 1980s as a pioneer of physical comedy. His act was an energetic explosion of sound effects, food props, and bizarre routines, often prompting audiences to chant, "Go crazy, Lenny," a phrase that perfectly captured his riotous performances. Despite his fame on shows like The Tonight Show and Laugh In, Schultz continued to work as a high school gym teacher, demonstrating both humility and a genuine love for inspiring others. He was often praised by comedy legends such as Jerry Seinfeld, Billy Crystal, David Letterman, and Jon Stewart, who recognized his bold style and originality. Schultz's comedic legacy included standout routines like It Started with a Bang, which humorously depicted the formation of the solar system using sound effects and physical expression. In addition to his stand-up work, Schultz also appeared on television in characters such as the Bionic Chicken and starred briefly on CBS's Ball 4. Off-stage, he was remembered as a kind, eccentric soul who brought laughter to everyone he met. Tragically, Lenny Schultz passed away on March 16, 2025, at the age of 91, from natural causes at his home in Delray Beach, Florida. His death marks the end of an era for a certain kind of fearless, uninhibited comedy. He leaves behind a lasting impact on the world of humor and a legacy of joy that continues to inspire performers today.
The biggest word you ever heard, and this is how it goes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Dick Van Dyke, a life of joy, resilience, and timeless inspiration. How do you remember him? Let's talk about someone who has made generations smile, a true icon of entertainment and positivity. Of course, we're talking about the legendary Dick Van Dyke. And before we begin, we'd love to hear from you. On a scale from 0 to 10, how much do you admire Dick Van Dyke? Tell us in the comments. Your voice matters. Now approaching his 100th birthday, Dick Van Dyke's life is a testament to the healing power of laughter, movement, and heart. Born on December 13, 1925, in West Plains, Missouri, Van Dyke's journey began in humble surroundings. But even as a young man, it was clear he carried something rare, a lightness of spirit and a gift for making people feel good. His rise to stardom began with the beloved sitcom The Dick Van Dyke Show in the 1960s. Playing the witty and endearing Rob Petrie, he became a staple in American homes, drawing laughter from millions each week. The show not only earned him Emmy Awards, but it also established him as a household name and a new kind of leading man, charming, goofy, and deeply human. But it was his leap into film that etched his name in cinematic history. Who could forget Bert, the whimsical chimney sweep in Mary Poppins? While his Cockney accent may have become a running joke, even by Van Dyke himself, there's no denying the joy he brought to the role. His wide-eyed wonder and infectious dancing made the film unforgettable. Later roles in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Bye Bye Birdie, and The Comic only solidified his status as one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Behind the scenes, though, Van Dyke faced battles of his own. In the 1970s, he courageously opened up about his struggle with alcoholism. "I realized I needed help," he admitted years later. Instead of hiding from the issue, he chose to confront it head-on, speaking about it publicly and becoming an example of strength through vulnerability. It wasn't just his laughter that inspired, it was his honesty. Despite setbacks, Dick kept moving forward, literally. Well into his 90s, he remained remarkably active. He works out multiple times a week, does stretches, and even practices yoga. "I'm shocked I'm still doing this," he once said with a laugh. "I'm almost 100. His energy, optimism, and physical vitality have amazed fans and inspired people of all ages. His secret? Keep moving, he advises. That's the key. A crucial part of his life's second act is his relationship with his wife, Arlene Silver. They married in 2012 despite a 46-year age gap. But Van Dyke often credits her with keeping him young, calling her "my best friend and partner in joy." Their videos dancing together have gone viral, spreading happiness and proving that love knows no bounds or age limits. There have been moments of concern, such as when Van Dyke canceled public appearances in recent years, prompting worries about his health. And while age may have slowed his steps just a little, his spirit remains unshaken. In fact, he still appears on TV and in films from time to time, most notably returning in Mary Poppins Returns, 2018, for a heartwarming cameo that reminded the world he's still got it. But perhaps nothing sums up Van Dyke better than a story from 2013, when he pulled over on a freeway to help a stranger trapped in a burning car. No fanfare, no camera crew, just a moment of spontaneous courage. That's who he is, not just a performer, but a genuinely kind soul. He has also never been afraid to laugh at himself. Regarding the famously criticized accent in Mary Poppins, Van Dyke has said, "I grew up in Danville, Illinois. What did they expect?" He owns the joke with grace, turning even criticism into comedy. Though he has faced some health challenges in recent years, including a car crash and concussion in 2023, Van Dyke remains a beacon of resilience. He continues to spread joy, whether through interviews, surprise appearances, or simply sharing wisdom. "Laughter is the best way to heal anything," he once said, and he's lived that truth every day. For nearly a century, Dick Van Dyke has been a symbol of lightness and life. Through joy and sorrow, stage and screen, he's shown us that true greatness lies not just in talent, but in character. He is not just an entertainer, he is a reminder of all that is good and hopeful. As we look ahead to his 100th birthday, we can't help but feel grateful for the memories, the music, the magic. Whether you grew up with the Dick Van Dyke Show, danced along with Mary Poppins, or discovered him through Diagnosis, Murder, chances are, Dick Van Dyke has made you smile at least once. And isn't that a beautiful thing? So, what's your favorite memory of Dick Van Dyke? Was it a role, a quote, a time he made you laugh when you really needed it? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if this tribute touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Let's keep honoring the legends who've given us so much. Thank you, Dick Van Dyke. For every laugh, every dance, every moment. You've taught us that age is just a number, kindness never goes out of style, and that it's always a good day to sing, smile, and keep moving.